that you guys may have asked earlier. So we got a little level 3. Alright, we're back here. So taking this motor out, getting ready to disassemble her, put a cam in there, make some serious power. Really clean Jeep. Got a Pro Charger we're finishing up. This came to us as a used kit, so find a good deal, we can make it work for you guys, help you out, save a little bit of money. We're got AO over here cooking away on the fuel system. How's it going, AO?
So far so good.
So far so good. Let's keep it that way. Let's keep chugging. All right. We got Caesar over here working on this Durango. Got the motor out. You get ready to get her sent. Getting a looking like a 6.4 forged fuel system, built trans, all the goodies, hopefully. So you can see stock parts are out. Cam a little worse for wear, but not the worst. We got Eddie over here. What you doing, Eddie?
Good. We're installing a flex fuel system right now in this 2015 Charger. Yeah, just getting the routing and everything, all new lines and all that. But yeah, just a little tedious process, but here we go.
Look at this beautiful Kong. God, ain't that gorgeous. New fuel rails. Regulator. So she's coming together. Let's go check out what else we got going on. Don't forget, we do detailing, wraps, cosmetic stuff. You can't really tell anymore, but a lot of this down here was chrome. It's since been wrapped. I'll show you it kind of in progress over here. You can see right here the difference in it, and right here. Matt's in the process of it. I'm not going to show him, but so you want something blacked out, you want something wrapped, we can do it. Do not forget. What else we got? Do we got anything else? Waiting on wastegate springs for him. Should be it. Alright. Got that off for a new clutch pulley, our Whipple clutch pulleys. Do not forget, we also offer grip tech on them. So if you are battling belt slip, that is a fantastic option to help try and get that power to the ground and keep that belt from slipping. Jeremy, whenever you're ready. So, want me to end it, or? One moment, guys. Whoa! Did I pause it? What did I do? I'm waiting for Jeremy. I just went over the top. Alright. We got Jeremy coming in to help answer some questions. Funny face.
Oh, too low. Oh, you got it flipped around?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Who is this?
Who is what? All right. Alright. How you guys doing? Sorry I'm a little delayed to the live on Facebook here. But switching it up, so what we're going to do is we're going to, kind of talk over, some questions we hear all the time. We get them daily, weekly, through emails, phone calls, and things like that. So we figured, what better way than to utilize, what we're doing here. Let's actually put the chairs up and see if that gets us closer. To help answer those questions prematurely. So we're just going to go kind of back and forth, a little interview style. We're going to both give our feedback on what we see, what we've done, and kind of go from there. So, Tula, why don't you kick it off with the first one that we hear most common, and then we'll kind of dig into it.
We got some new announcements. So you want to start off with what those are?
Yeah, I think that's a good one. So we've been hinting at it. We've kind of thrown a few things out there. So to start off, right out of the gate, a lot of, with the economy and the way things are going, a lot of people are actually, it's just the way it is, cost of doing business and everything, prices are going up. And this comes from a tuning standpoint to materials, and so on and so forth. We're actually announcing we have worked extremely hard with our vendors, our partners, and everything to reduce our prices. So that being said, out of the gate, Billet Evolution was able to find new sources for some of the materials. So our catch cans that we've been offering are going to drop significantly in price. So they're being reduced by $50. So they used to be $250 and $300 respectively. They are now $200 for our street version cans, and then we're going to be dropping it down to about $250 for the race cans. So that's extremely exciting to get the better quality product, over-engineered basically.
Big can.
Yeah, big can, proper fittings, plenty of flow, baffles, the whole shebang, at a more affordable cost. So we're extremely excited about that. Piggybacking into our packages, so we call them level packages because we like to level up. So that being said, Hellcat 39257, all of our leveled packages, what we're going to do, and we've never done this before, so it's a first for Satera Tuning at all, we are going to basically discount the tuning cost by 50% for any of our designated packages with our parts. So as long as it's our level 1 for a Hellcat or our level 4 for a 392, the tuning cost will be discounted off of that package. So I mean that's several $100s worth of savings across the board for all the platforms. So we're really trying, guys, to you know, keep up with, you know, the economy and the inflation of everything else, but still allow you guys to select our products the way you want with the price reduction there. So pretty big for us to do that. Like I said, never done before, but we kind of assessed and we want to be able to continue to kind of keep it in a friendly price range for everybody. So that being said, if you send us a request or a quote, and we're gonna, you know, get that over to you. The final one, we did make an announcement on it before the new year. So we are now offering for the Hellcat platforms across the board, we're calling the Satan 170 package. So you know, quick backstory, we had an agreement with the local dealer where we were going to get a Demon 170. We lost it due to the crazy markups, but with some new information we found, with some partnerships that we have, you know, we are now offering basically we can call it a bolt-in package. You essentially drop your vehicle off, get this package, and you're going to get back actually more horsepower than what the Demon 170 is. Everything is reinforced on it in a very similar fashion to the Demon 170, but that's why we're calling it the Satan 170, because it's one step up. So it's going to be capable of 1,200 horsepower on pump gas, 1,300 horsepower on E85. It comes with our flex fuel, and I still can say this is the only true flex fuel that's available for the Mopar platform. So you can look into that how you want and do your research, but I can say that with confidence that we still will be the only ones offering a true flex fuel setup. We'll dive into that a little bit later as well. You know, essentially it's giving you the power greater than and reinforced compared to a Demon 170. We got you know, a lot of vendors on board to help us out with this and make it extremely affordable. So I mean, you're talking you know, just over 60 grand on a Hellcat chassis, and you're making 8-second capable power. And that, like I said, it's not just the power, the suspension's built into it, the fuel system handling, the flex fuel, everything is built in. Depending on the year, the mileage and everything like that, we do have the upgradable simple trans option. We also are making it easy and offering a drag pack wheel combo. So like I said, we're just trying to make it easy. Even fully option with the trans and the wheel combo, it's still lower than most of the ADM market adjustments for Demon 170. So for those that have Hellcats that were on the fence of trading it in, or even if you go find an affordable one and bring it to us, it's still going to be cheaper than a Demon 170, and it's going to have more benefits, more strength, more reliability, and more power. So pretty cool. We're excited. Hopefully we do several of those this coming year. You know, other quick updates. We now have 4 technicians in the shop. Arturo is our manager running it for the time being. Logan, known as Tulo, leading the sales side. We're still looking for one more to join the team there. We're just trying to expand and be able to offer and help everybody that we can. So that being said, I think that's a good wrap up for the initial updates that we have in regards to the announcements. So, Tulo, if you want to go ahead and go into the first question that we
had. You briefly touched base on true flex fuel. So the benefits of the E85 on NA cars versus boosted cars, what do we consider true flex fuel versus just E85? Yeah,
so that's a 2-in-1 question. Great, we hear, like I said, hear it all the time. So this is mainly for the 392, 57, 61 guys. So to summarize the benefits of ethanol, it's cool, right? Alcohol, you put it on your skin, it's cold. So it reduces combustion temperatures a lot, helps fight detonation. The actual octane rating is a lot higher on ethanol than it is on pump gas, right? So again, it fights detonation. So what you're seeing is a combination of things that fight detonation, similar to race gas, right? It's just at a pump and it's affordable. So with the combination of cooling and the octane rating, you can get more aggressive with the tuning and make more power. Now, on an NA application, I've seen it all the time. Oh, it's not worth it, or it is, you know, and you get flex fuel. I will tell you this right now. There is no, we tried it, we offered it for a while, but it's way more complex on that platform than a Hellcat platform. There is no true flex fuel setup for a 392 5761. And, you know, the benefits are in a 392 application in regards to stock form, it is beneficial. You can get 10 to 15 horsepower, give or take. You can rev it out further because we just don't have to worry about detonation. So it keeps components alive longer. You know, and that's where the benefit comes from. Not only can you get more RPM, we can get more aggressive on the timing, and it allows for the gains that we like to see. Like I said, it might not be 100 like on a boosted application, but 10 to 15 NA is huge. So
now,
yeah.
with that being said, on an NA application, I'll have people call in trying to do this on stock injectors.
Yeah, great question there. So the stock injector talk. We have dozens upon dozens of data logs for every platform from Hellcat 392 5761. You cannot run on a stock car. You cannot run E85 on a stock injector, stock fuel pump car. It just can't be had. And the people out there saying that you can do it, in regards to the systems that have it, I'm not going to say names, but it basically tricks the PCM on what the injector pulse width is showing. So there's a measurement we call injector duty cycle, which compares the injector pulse width opening, so how long the injector is open, to the time it takes for a crank to revolve. If you could put a stock car, any of the ones I listed, any Mopar, and try to run E85, the injector duty cycle exceeds 100%. It's not safe. Sure, you can max it out and have the injector open so far where it's beyond 100% duty cycle, and might see an okay AFR in certain applications. On the NA stuff, you absolutely can't. If you actually get good E85 in the tank and you watch a wideband, it pegs lean and you can't put enough fuel in it. So that's why, you know, the way we do it is ethanol gauges, view what your ethanol is, and get supplied multiple tunes. That's the right and safe way to do it. So again, benefits are higher octane, cooling factor, cheaper at the pump. The downsides do it, because there's pros and cons. It costs money for a fuel system. It costs more money for tuning because there's more that goes into it. So naturally there is a cost that goes into it. So the value to you as an end user is up to you. I will say from my personal experience, I will do it on a 392 all day long. My personal, I did it. Worth it. The 5.7s, not really. I mean, it's really not, because one of the benefits is you need compression there. So the gains are very similar to that of race gas if you do it on an application. So that's one of those where if you put a 5.7 on race gas and throw timing at it, it doesn't gain that much power. So you're going to spend a lot of money for it. 6.1, same thing. They even have lower compression. Compression is where the benefit comes from. That's why if we piggyback to other brands like GM with their LT1 setups, Mustangs, the Coyotes, they have high compression motors, so you can see 30, 40 horsepower gains by making the switch because of the compression and what timing increase does. So the 392s, absolutely. 5.7s, any other ones beyond that, you know, I'd say it's, you know, it's up to you. Is it safer, kind of like race gas? Yes. But are there going to be horsepower gains when you're stock or bolt-on? Very, very minimal. Boosted, very different story. You know what I'm saying? That's that. But absolutely. In regards to the main question, NA, and like I said, with the flex fuel, it's not there. We do offer the true flex fuel for the Hellcat platform vehicle with the PCMs that they have and the way they work. But we're not giving up on the NA stuff, but for the time being, it's just not there. Just not there. So, what else you got?
Yeah. This one also is another commonly asked question: the pros and cons of compound boost. It's great,
yes.
but
yeah. So this one gearing over towards more the Hellcat platform guys for you. So compound boost, to generalize what it is, you have a supercharger and you have turbos at the same time. So the turbos then feed into the supercharger, allowing more air to be compressed at every revolution of the rotors. So pros, we have a YouTube video on it where I had my personal Charger Red Eye where I was driving around answering some more detailed questions on it, but I'll do the summary here. The pros, you get the initial hit of the blower, and you know, there is still turbo lag. It just doesn't feel like turbo lag because of the way it ramps in. So you know, you get the initial hit of the blower and the turbos take off on the big end. Flexibility, no pulley changes needed, no belt changes. You change the boost again by a boost controller. So flexibility, you can run pump gas, you can run E85 or race gas, and have multiple boost levels without the need of anything else. Again, piggybacking on that, that means you're not spinning a supercharger faster. So reduced friction, reduced heat, just in general, reduced drivetrain loss, because of essentially when you spin a blower faster, it reduces the efficiency naturally because it's harder to spin those rotors. So we can keep it down. So that's mainly and the beautiful thing is the growth, right? We all might start off stock, but you put it on initially, you make 1,000 to the wheels, have that flexibility. All right, I'm ready for a built motor, built trans, fuel system, whatever. You have turbos in place that will take you to where you want to go. You don't need to necessarily swap out the turbo setup. Where if we visit a blower setup where you're pulling down, factory blower maxes out. Your next steps are nitrous or a bigger blower. You get a bigger blower. You max out. You want to keep going. Turbos, you just hit that boost controller, wastegate adjustment, and you're there. So those are a lot of the pros. The cons, price, it's obviously a little bit more than swapping to a bigger blower naturally, right? Your turbo kits, we know there's a lot of fabrication. The cost of the materials alone and the parts that go into it. Installation takes a lot longer as well. Tuning takes a little more time on it. We've done a ton of them and know what we're doing, but it can take a little more time for it. And I guess the cons are you still have the drivetrain loss or the reduction in efficiency because of the blower. So you're still spinning that blower, and at the end of the day, this is where a lot of the confusion comes in. You might make a little more horsepower on a compound boost setup than a pulleyed stock blower setup, for example, at the same boost level. The only reason for that is the efficiency of the fact of the blower is not spinning as hard, so you don't lose that drivetrain loss with it. Now, it's not a lot. It's not going to make 100 horsepower difference because boost is a measurement of restriction, and when you have a blower in place, the boost is measured post-rotor, so that's the resistance that blower is seeing. When you have 19, 20 pounds of boost on a blower setup, and you have 19, 20 pounds of boost on a compound boost setup, the output's going to be about the same. Because at the end of the day, the blower's still in place, so that resistance, that boost reading is the same. It's a big misconception of, because it's turbos, it's that much more efficient. Right. That's not the case. Right. Now, this is where they excel, and the reason why you see more horsepower is because I can make 25 pounds of boost on a stock pulley setup with a compound boost setup because of the turbos doing the work. So that's where it comes into play, where the comparison comes in, like, you make more power on a compound boost setup than you did a pulleyed setup, because the reality is on a 2.4, without porting it, if I do an up or lower on it, I can't make 25 pounds of boost. I have to port it, massive throttle body.
It's effort. There's a lot of effort involved.
Exactly. So that's one of those where we have the ability and again that flexibility to achieve those type of boost levels. Again, if you port a blower, upper, lower, super aggressive upper, big throttle body, velocity stack on the front of that blower like what we make. Right. And you're at 24 pounds of boost, you're going to make about the same power as you would 24 pounds of boost compound boosted. And again, if you make more, it's purely because you're not spinning the blower as fast. Naturally, the blower RPM with a 2666 uppers, 10% lower, is drastic compared to a stock pulley setup.
It's spinning.
Exactly. So you get the reduced heat, you get the reduced, wear and tear, and you get that efficiency back where you lose that when you pulley. So that's really where that comes from. But yeah, cons again, just real quick general, that it's the cost. It's the fact that you don't get the same efficiency as if you were to take the blower off and do it. We've done that before. Yeah, we've done that before, where at 19, 20 pounds of boost on a compound boosted setup, we actually made about 147 horsepower more by simply removing the 2.4 blower at the same boost level. That just shows you the efficiency increase by doing it. So that's where it comes. But by taking the blower off, you lose that low to mid-range power. So pro to con, right? Pro to con cost. That's it. So that's pretty much what it comes down to is cost, time, and the efficiency isn't as great as turbo only. But I mean, yeah, flexibility is outstanding. I've owned two personally myself, compound boosted. I mean, you've been in rides in both. The Charger Red Eye was helium twin turboed. My TRX was single turbo that we did, and it's a fun feeling. The sounds are insane, but
you get the best of both. You get the whine, you get the whistle. I mean, it's unbeatable.
And, the one thing we do all the time too is we're talking a lot about E85 and everything, but we get a lot of people like, I want a compound boost and stay on pump gas. It's a lot of money to really make the same as a simple upper pulley and injectors.
Right.
I'll do it, but you're spending, 3, 4 times, 5 times as much as if you just did an upper. That's where, like I said, the flexibility is, I want to run pump gas most of the time, but I'll put race gas in and go to the racetrack.
Right.
that's when it becomes extremely beneficial.
Because then we can keep the boost low, keep it safe in the 93 range, and then when it's time for the street or the strip, then we bump it up, and we have that option, that flexibility.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So, if you have any more in-depth or detailed questions, you know, make a comment about it. We'll address it on the next one. So, what else? Got anything else? Or
That's pretty much it for this week.
I think that's a good one because we had the announcement as well and everything like that. So I hope you guys like the new style of what we're doing. We think this will be a lot more fun for everybody, more interactive. We had feedback on Facebook being a little more user friendly for everybody. We're going to download this and then upload it to our YouTube. So if that's where you prefer, you have the access for it as well. So Happy New Year to everybody. We're really excited what we have to offer and what we're bringing out this year. We will be traveling down to Florida next week. I will be at Bernie's Speed Shop on Wednesday tuning for them. Got a couple vehicles lined up. If I've tuned you and you want to meet me in person, please stop by. If you were interested in getting my tuning services, stop by. If you just want to hang out, stop on by. It'll be fun for everybody. So there might not be one next week. Maybe Logan will take the phone while I'm not here and throw up. Who knows? But put those questions in the comments. We're going to come back and really address those and look forward to 2024, guys. Again, Happy New Year. Thank you for checking in, and we'll talk soon.